I'm just going to go through the processes of how to put the seals in manually without any of the special tools that we do have, just to make it easier in the field. So this is a manual slice, and on the manual slice we've got two sets of seals which retain the oil from either end. So there's one on the front and a combination seal on the back. So first of all we'll turn the valve up like that, and we need to clean out this groove that's there. That retains the Viton O-ring, so we just want to make sure that we don't have any debris in that groove. Once we're happy with that, we can insert the 16 Viton, and this O-ring has a white dot on it that we supply just to identify it is a Viton and not a nitrile. So it's a lot softer than the other O-rings. So to insert that one, we tend to make that sort of shape, and then that will be inserted into that groove like so. And what you have to do is work that seal in to the groove, make sure it's home. If I just show you that, you can see that. Okay, that's the first step. And what we'll do is we lightly grease that with a silicone type grease, or any sort of grease will do for lubrication, like so. Then if we turn the slice on its side and insert the spool from the back forward, and you can see the differentials, or the difference between this portion here and the back portion. It's important that we don't insert that spool too far and the O-rings actually come across this and onto the land, because if you pull it back you will chop it, and forward because you'll be chopping on that one as well. So you want to hover the spool. That is your working area for when you are trying to insert these O-rings. This is the rear of the slice, and the combination seal will go into this counterbore that's there. I'll show you that one in a minute when we insert it. What we've got to do is get the combination seal onto the back of the spool, like so. The rear of the slice. Like so. And then you want to bring the spool just onto through the O-ring, keeping everything going forward like that. I'll show you the sort of combination of how much it comes out. And then what you want to do is use the seal retainer with the chamfer. It's got to go forward. So we use that on the back, put that on the back of the spool. Then using I've got a 3/4 socket long reach here, which will go onto the back of the retainer and push the seal, the combination seal, into the counterbore. I'll show you that in a minute once we've got that home. So we insert that onto the back, and you can feel that seal go home. Just take out the seal retainer washer and just check that the combination seal is in the right place. Hopefully you can see that on there, which it looks like it is. So we can put that seal retainer back onto the spool in the right configuration with the chamfer forward. Just push that home. Then what we're going to do is put the spring mechanism onto the back of the spool. So we'll need spring stops, 2 spring stops, spring bolt and spring. And what we'll use the drill with the 11mm socket, because you've got to try and turn it as well as hold the spool in position whilst you do this. So we'll put a screwdriver or ball screwdriver in there. We shall mount it. And we've got to use a retainer, 243 Loctite, into the back of this onto the thread, just a small amount, not too much. And then driving the bolt and the mechanism onto the spool itself. To the correct torque. At this point I've just used the drill, but what you can do is just use a torque wrench now and finally put the torque setting, which is all on the information sheets that will come with the seal kit. Put the spool into this position and then drive the spool to the end stop, which is the spring becomes the end stop, like so, and that will be the spool in position. Then we can put the retaining cap on. That will need to be greased, again with the same grease as you used for the O-ring, front O-ring, and the spring itself as well, that can be greased as well. And then screw that home, and there's a torque for that as well on the bolt, sorry, on the cap. For this instance I'm just using a ratchet just to bring it home, like so. And finally we'll do the side O-ring. So and then that's your slice done. And on the back there's one other thing, there's the check valve, which is inserted there, but if you're just doing a seal kit you probably won't disturb that, because he's a bit difficult to get out. If you do need to get that out, use a strong magnet and that should pull out, and you can replace the seals, ball and spring which are behind that. And that's it.